the city lights to the wide open skies, we're leaving behind the hustle and grind. Rangel Ranch, a journey of heart.
Come on. Come on. Get in. Get in. Okay, good girl. What you looking at, Luna? Huh? What you looking at? Morning, Stella. How you doing? Enjoy.
Rangel Ranch, a journey of heart.
Well, it's the end of the day. It's the end of the long day. I'm the type of guy that likes having the cup of joe in the morning. That's the first thing I do. And then at the end of the day, I have my little cup. In the morning, I drink a lot, 2 or 3 times in a row. At the night, I just get a little cup and a little dark and enjoy my coffee. That feels like a reward, you know? Feels like you accomplish something in the day and then you get your reward. And I drink my coffee too because I'm tired, so that gives me a little extra boost to have 3 or 4 more hours of doing something and not laying in the bed at 6 p.m., you know? And it gives me the chance to think, enjoying my coffee and sitting here or in my office or something. It gives me the time to think about what I did in the day. It gives me the time to plan for tomorrow, what I'm going to do tomorrow. Not only on my job that gives me the dough, but on the land. That it's my job because I enjoy it and I don't get paid. But I get paid with rewards that I know that I'm accomplishing something and I'm moving forward to my goal. And what's my ultimate goal is to be out of grid, not totally. My ultimate goal is to be partial out of grid, partial self-sufficient here in the land. Because let's make well, what have I accomplished here to be, let's say, out of the system? You know, what has been different between living in the city and living in the country? What is the difference? What do you accomplish? How can you get out of that system and be self-sufficient out of a grid or out of a system, sort of? Well, the first thing you accomplished is the water. In the city, you get charged for water in, water out, right? Here, with the well, there's no water in that you're paying monthly fees. You pay the electric bill for now because My project is to put 100% solar on the water. If your water is uh, powered by the sun, then you have zero expenses. Of course, after you recover the investment, but it's zero expenses on water, and it's reliable. If there's no sun, you're screwed anyway. So we have sun, we have power, we have water. I don't have the solar yet because I can't afford it, but at least I went out of the grid or the system, because the water in, I'm not paying monthly payments. And the water out, of course, not either, because I have a septic tank. So the first step is accomplished. Part of the monthly expenses, because I used to pay $350 on water, $280, because then you got the same water you use inside. You have irrigation, because you have to keep the lawn green, and you cannot do it because then HOA and all that stuff, and it looks ugly. So you have to do it weekly. And in summer, twice a week, you have to lawn and mow and but you have to water the plants, water the grass. So that's an expense that went away totally. So I got that. What is the next step? Well, going partial uh, with solar panels on my house, or at this time, I want to do it on the sheds. The two sheds are going to be individually or both powered by solar panels and by batteries, so I can work and charge the batteries of the tools, and have the lights, and have all my tools and all my things out of the grid, out of the system. So there's going to be no expenses there. The other thing that I'm going to do, hopefully this year, is recover my electric car. And I say recover because I had an electric car, a Tesla Model 3. I talked about you guys before. I had the Model 3 and I loved it. It was the best car you can ever hope for. And we are going to have the Cybertruck this year, eventually. And that's going out of the grid too, because it's going to be charged by the solar panels of the sheds. So during the day, I charge my car, use it, don't fill up on gas. How much gas? Like anybody, how much gas or how much money are you wasting in gas, spending in gas? $60-$70 a week, and you get that out of the system too. So you get out of the system, out of the grid, totally with that. And it's a better car. The Cybertruck has the electric outlets, 110 to 20, so I can power my tools eventually through my truck. So that it's taking me out of the system. Another thing, when I accomplish my planting, my tomatoes, my potatoes, my fruit trees, my banana trees, my papaya trees. You saw in previous videos the papaya trees. So that's another thing that takes you a little bit out of the system. You're never going to be out of the system. I don't want to be out of the system all the way, because you go dining out, you go to movies. I don't want to go out of the system. You have internet, you have cell phones, you got social media. So I don't want to go to totally out of the system, out of the world. I think a combination between both, being self-sufficient in a sort of way, having your eggs, having your meat. And that's another thing. I don't know if this year or next year we're going to have chicken. Well, we're going to have some chickens this year, but we're going to have add a little bit of other birds, just for the fun of it. But as soon as I can, because I can't afford it now, is to have a production for the meat birds. So we're going to have 50, 60 meat birds, and we're going to process them and put them in the cooler or the freezer. But that's the thing. I don't have the freezers. I don't have the space. I don't have yet how to process that. So that has to wait. But imagine that. You have 50, 60 birds. You process them 10 by 10, or you process them all the same day. You put them in a freezer. Then you have chicken for the whole year. And you can have 2 pigs, a goat, whatever. You sacrifice them and take it to the butcher and have them come back on bags with a sticker, the label, and you can have meat. A couple of pigs can give you meat for the whole year, and you got the meat, and you don't have to buy oil because you got the grease, the fat. So another thing, the bees, the honey. How hard is that? It's not hard at all. You can have that, and you can have honey, no cost to you, either than the labor. So there's so many things you can add up, week, month, year. You add up, and eventually my goal is to have in 3 years the whole thing, the whole package. Not out of the grid, but paying 20, 30, $40 on electricity bills, and the rest, no gas, no more electricity, no water. Most of the proteins out, the eggs, some vegetables, some fruit. So you go to the grocery, yeah. I'm not going to have rice here, right? Or beans or whatever, or avocados. I have 2 plants, and they'll be producing in 3, 4, 5 years. So there's that. And not only if you produce your things and you have a better feeling of it's mine, right? I did it. And that happened, in my previous house, we had a small backyard, but even though with that, we had chickens, 4, 5, 6 chickens, and we had tomatoes, we had some berries, strawberries, and goldenberry. The goldenberries I planted by seed, and they grew incredibly, and they gave me a lot of berries, and they're very healthy. I searched up that they lower your sugar levels and they help you with your bloodstream, and so, well, what I was saying is that if you, in time, those things, you get them in your own land, it feels better. I don't know if it tastes better or not, but at least you feel that it does. The eggs are different, even though probably they don't taste different, but they're yours. You pick them. They're fresh. I can eat, and not everybody can say that. There's a lot of people that do, but there's many that can't eat fresh eggs, really fresh eggs, the same day eggs. And that's an accomplishment. And when you do it, you feel good about it. And that and everything, we ate, well, 3 of the guineas, and my daughter say it tastes better, even though it doesn't taste better. I think it does, but even though it doesn't, it feels better because it's organic. You raised them. Where they come from, so they don't have anything in them, right? So, well, that's what it is. That's the coffee talking, and that's what I think and don't record most of the time, most of the days. What did I accomplish that day? What am I going to do tomorrow, what am I going to do next month, and what am I going to do this quarter, the next quarter. You know, sometimes you don't finish the quarter or the year doing what you thought, but you went close, and that's good enough. You know, if you don't put a date on it, if you don't put a effort to do it at that time, you're never going to do it. So one of the things I learned by myself is to put a date on things, accomplish things, and write them down. Write a list of duties, of things that you have to do, and start doing it, and then scratch them. And you're going to see that list and the other list. You know, I had a notebook filled with things to do, and probably some I just didn't do it because changed my mind, but most of them were done, and I can see, well, it's every day for us is it's something new because we haven't been here the first year, so we're seeing things different, and the weather and everything, it's nice, you know. So, well, I think coffee's done. I think I'm done for the day. See you in the next one. Uh, if you like talking to me or listening to me, just thumbs up. Come on, do a like there, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. You know, I'll keep sharing here. Look at, I'm going to show you something. You know, I'm sitting here and look what is there. Let me see if you can see it. You see the deers. You see, I enjoy my coffee and some deers. Go to the field. You can't see that every day, everywhere, right? That's nice. At least for me, it's nice. You can see the deers eating the pasture. You see, beautiful. This is the screen for a movie theater. You can see it in one of the. Let me see if I can get closer. And we don't. Oh, look at them! They're like 8. Oh my goodness Christ! Let me go from here. Wait. Oh my God, they're like 8. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Let me see if I can get closer and don't scare them away. Oh, look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Luna, stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 deers. Look at that beauty. Yeah, look at that. Wasn't that cute? Yeah. Uh, that's part of it. That's why I don't regret, not a little bit, of being here. You know, the day is ending. The view is beautiful, and the weather right now is beautiful. And well, that's what it is. Well, again, thank you for watching. See you next time. I'm still working on the shed. It's been hard. I'll show you on the next video. I'll show you the shed work, but it's a little more hard or harder than what I expected. It's a little more frustrating. I get frustrated fast because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm learning on the way, and I'm making mistakes and getting pissed off fast. So, well, bye-bye.
Rangel Ranch, from the city to the homestead, we're living the dream with the sun on our face. Rangel Ranch, from the city to the homestead, we're living the dream in this beautiful place.